guests today, Randy and Sharon. And great to have you with us today, ladies.
Thank you.
It's
It's
great
nice
to
to
be
be with
here.
you.
I'm a big fan. I've listened to you when I was growing up late at night on the fan back in those days.
Wow. It's a pleasure to have you on. And you've got a big show coming up Sunday at the Regent Theater in Oshawa. How you feeling about that?
We're very excited about it. It's the first inside in-person show because of COVID, of course. And so the idea of being together with lots of families to sing and have fun together is a big thrill. And to do it with my family on stage with me is the ultimate thrill. That's Randy and her beau, Jim, and Randy's two boys, Ethan and Elijah. They're all in the band, and it's pretty cool for me.
Wow. And I want to talk about it. I mean, you've had a tremendous career. It just it goes back so many years ago. Uh, and I mean, you did concerts all over the world and sold out venues everywhere, even in Mexico, right?
Actually, we were not in Mexico, but we were in Bolivia and we were in
I've
um,
never been good at
where
geography.
else? they just they just told me where to go and I turned up. We've had a big career, particularly in North America. Lots of big shows. Thrilling.
I don't want to date you, but when did this all begin for you?
Well, Sharon, Lois, and Bram began in 1978, which is
4.
44 years ago. I'm 79 and I started singing when I was about 17. So the singing has been part of my life for a very long time.
We're the same age, by the way.
Good.
Ah,
Yay
good for
for
both of
us.
you.
79 years old, and I'll tell you something. And I read somewhere where one of your songs has been played on you're on TikTok now, over 4.4 million views. How does that feel?
How does it feel? It feels shocking. I mean, I'm not a TikTok informed person, but fortunately I have my daughter and our other pals who help put us on TikTok and show me what's going on and help me help what's going on. It's pretty darn exciting to think at this point people, respond to us in that kind of enthusiastic way. Well, how do you feel?
When we connect with fans over social networks, we have learned amazing things like the profound effect that Sharon, Lois, and Bram had on their childhoods, how it was a safe place, how their memories been unlocked. Why am I crying these happy tears? I mean, I wish for simpler times, all these kinds of messages. And we hope that in the live show, we are harnessing those feelings and that the audience is going to the audience who grew up on Sharon, Lois, and Bram and who are now coming with their children and their grandchildren, that they will connect in the same way as they have on our social media.
Not just my generation, but the newer generations and now the younger generation today. You're connecting with them. That is just amazing and awesome, and especially with that music because your music, there's the love and the peace and the inspiring message. We need more of that today, don't we?
We sure do. And the no, I mean, what we've encouraged in throughout our career is really good quality music and people doing it together, families doing it together. There's not a lot that families share these days, and so having an activity that's good for everybody is perfect.
Peace and love. They've always been like that in families. The sing-alongs, boy. I mean, back in the day, you remember Follow the Bouncing Ball and all that stuff when they used to do them on
Yeah.
television. You don't see that today anymore, where the kids should sit up in front of a cartoon and But you guys do everything. Yeah, I saw one of your songs where you were doing a country and western song. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Well, we try to sing music from all kinds of genres. We like the idea kids don't have to choose their favorite. We just think it's great to be exposed to all different kinds of music. And the main thing we do is encourage them to be part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it ran for quite a while, and it ran in the United States on Nickelodeon, and that's when our career in the States really exploded. Um, and we were thrilled. And we've have some friends who help us with social media. They're from the States, and they spent last week up here with us, and they stayed at my home. And at the end of the evening, they'd say to me, "Would you like to watch an elephant show or two?" Which I don't generally do, but boy, oh boy, we watched elephant shows, and I was telling Randy, I'm really proud of the work that we did. We maintained a high standard of music, quality music, and we were nice. We were just people being nice with each other and with the kids.
Very beautiful message, but not just that. I mean, look at all the awards you won. How many Junos have you won?
We stopped participating in the Junos at one point because they decided that they put it out for voting to children, to groups of children, and that they should choose their favorite. And we said, we do not want to encourage choosing their favorite. We like the idea of kids liking all different kinds of music. They don't have to pick the best. So we kind of withdrew at that point. I think they changed that more
yep,
recently.
they have. But I think that probably the honor that they are most proud of is the Order of Canada.
Oh, yes.
Which was a very powerful, moving ceremony. And they brought a moment of levity to it by singing Skinnamarink on the stage there.
Yeah, the Order of Canada for the work. I mean, those are great contributions to our to not just the youth, but to the family.
Absolutely. That was a huge thrill.
That, and probably we got to see them sing at the UN General Assembly for the 50th anniversary of UNICEF. They had been UNICEF ambassadors, and certainly couldn't do that now, go in and sit in the UN, but that was another amazing.
Yeah. What a night, boy. What a day.
Take us through what's going to happen Sunday.
Sure. Well, hopefully families will come ready to sing along and do the actions. And what they'll be doing is a Sharon Lois and Bram sing along with Sharon and Randy. And we'll be singing songs from an album they released in the fall of the best live. So it was recordings from live concert tours that they did. We also will be singing a song which has a book coming out with it called One Elephant. And that book it's called One Elephant Went Out to Play. And it was the theme song of the elephant show, but it's now been turned into a counting and jungle friends book. So we'll be singing that song, and you know that we never finish a concert without singing Skinnamarink. So everyone can Skinnamarink, and we will hopefully meet some of our fan friends after the concert as well.
Perfectly said.
Now, Randy, when did you start singing with the group, with the trio? I mean, it was a trio at one time, but when did you move into the scene?
So when I was young, I would love to think of myself as a music collector. So over the years, I taught Sharon Lois and Bram many of the songs that they've recorded. My father, who was a singer in the Travelers, wrote a lot of the arrangements and some songs for them. And I would sit in the living room at the piano with my mom and dad, and the three of us would rehearse the harmonies, that sort of thing. But once Bram decided to retire,
which is a couple of years ago,
3 years my mom and I started talking about, thankfully at 79, she's got amazing energy. She's fit. She sings beautifully, and she was willing to.
Thank you.
Thank you. I agree.
Nice. Thank you.
So, Spider, I forgot
great.
to highlight that I should have mentioned, which was that Sharon Lois and Bram got to sing the anthems in the Sky Dome at a Blue Jay game. So
yeah.
that was pretty big deal too.
Yeah. I grew up in a community where there was a lot of singing, a lot of people singing. And particularly important to me was the music of Pete Seeger, who sang, he was the he was the definitive group song leader. He could get any group to sing together and to sing with harmonies and counter melodies and all of that stuff.
That was a large part of our generation. I'm talking to Randy, of course, here. I mean, Sharon, there's a large part of our generation because I grew up in the era we'd sing on, it was be on the corners singing all them doo-wop songs, Dion and the Belmonts and Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers and Little Anthony and the Imperials and the Platters. They were all so many great groups, and harmony was a huge part of that back then, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Singing and dancing.
Well, well, I'm excited. I'm excited for you, and I wish you just so much continued success because you're not only tremendous entertainers but a great inspiration.
Oh, wow.
Thanks.
What a lovely thing to say. Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
And Spider, thanks for all you do for youth empowerment. You do amazing work too. So it's really nice to meet you and chat with you and keep doing what you're doing.
I'll have to come out to one of your shows and maybe even get up and sing with you.
Sure.
Aha.
I have my own band, the Spider Jones and the Fabulous, where we do the Motown Throwdown.
Went on home and he got his 44.
And some of your songs remind me of, I guess, folk singers. I loved it, but I know that was how it started out with Bram. He was a folk singer back in the day too, and that was pretty big back then in the '60s, especially in Yorkdale, the village. You could always go down there and find all these great folk singers.
Certainly, those are my roots as well. That was a very, very good time during the coffee house period, and it was terrific. It's a brilliant.
It's a
song,
funny
absolutely.
thing. Every time my brother would hear Puff the Magic Dragon, he'd cry. He would actually cry. Puff the Magic. It was a great song, but there's so many great ones.
Absolutely.
Gordon Lightfoot and all the great ones. Gordon and I become good friends over the years, and another one that Gordon's well into his 80s and still going strong. Well, listen, ladies, have a great time Sunday, and I'm going to try to get out to catch the show too because I'm really excited for you, and I suggest that people bring your families out. This is a family experience.
For sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it would be lovely to meet you in person. Thanks for chatting with us today.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Pleasure. Well, folks, that's just an abbreviated edition of uh, our show, Legends and Heroes. And these two ladies are heroes in their community because they inspire and influence young people through music. So that makes them heroes. And by the way, anybody can be a hero. If I can be a hero, you can be a hero. You know someone in your community that you look at as a community hero and you want us to interview them, log on icanhero.com. That's right,
Bye-bye.
icanhero.com. And remember, these ladies will be at the Regent Theater this Sunday. Until next time, I'm the Spider saying, have a great day.